All right, I think we are just about ready to start here. We're just at 2 o'clock and a little bit of change. So I want to say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. Seth here. Got a great session to talk about today. I've got the camo on because I've been out hunting for great ideas to share with you today. So we're going to talk a little bit about Giveback programs, which is a favorite of mine because I like to tell stories, and Giveback programs are sort of stories built right into the products. So let's get to it. All right, as you know, with when we deal with our monthly webinar, we like to try to highlight what's trending. We like to see how you can put it into practice, and whenever available, we like to provide some cool tips and tricks for you. So today we're going to talk about Giveback programs, and like I said, I am a big fan of these types of programs because they have a story that's already woven into them. You know, when you're doing box tops, you're doing, trying to raise money and funds for education. Tom's is always giving back money as well. Bombas, you're familiar with the, one-for-one sock programs. So these are some programs that you're probably pretty familiar with, but believe it or not, we've got a lot of those within our industry as well. Some ways that Giveback programs work is that, you might have an item or a product that's going to partner with an existing organization. We're going to actually show you an example of groups that create their own funds, and they'll provide variable donations. And then there's other programs out there where you can choose a different cause on a yearly basis. It really depends on what the program is and really what their overall mission is. When you're working with Giveback programs, these are some of the labels to look for. You're probably familiar with 1% for the Planet, which is a program that gives back to, well, the planet. You're also familiar, hopefully, with One Tree Planted. We actually just did a really cool program with a group that was donating trees in people's honors. And those are, one tree per person. It can be a tree per product. We had a client that was actually gifting anywhere from 1, 3, and 10 trees to their recipients. You'll also see programs with water.org. They're very popular with a lot of programs that you might do with drinkware. So again, one of the most important parts is that these types of programs help to amplify the impact. It provides multiple points of awareness. A lot of times it provides sort of that tattoo on the brain to provide what we would consider to be that memorable brand impression. And it helps to really further the overall values message, and it can help to apply to that product as well. So again, when you see these types of labels, they're important to know that there's something great that's put behind it. So here's some surprising items in our industry that you might not know actually have Giveback with them. We do a lot of work in crystal. That's the one in the middle there. And this is actually a particular series of awards. And if you buy any of the awards that are in this award family, they distribute money to 4 different charities, including the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption Services. The owner of this company, who passed away a few years ago, was really touched with a few different organizations, and so they've designed this award family to be able to help to give back when people are using them for programs. You're probably familiar, hopefully, with Patriot Coolers. They give money back to Wounded Warrior projects. So there's a lot of different programs that are out there, and a lot of different items that are connected to these programs that have these good messages to go along with it. If you want to know more about it, the easiest thing to do is to ask your rep, and they can give you a whole list of products that might fit a particular message that you're trying to highlight. So want to dig a little bit more into a couple of programs that you might not be aware of. And this one is a really great one. It's called Hanes for Education. And the way it works is really what you see written up there. Every piece of apparel that's purchased from Hanes that's available for this program for embellishment, you'll be able to get a rebate of 10 cents back to the school of your choice. And, this is great. If you've got a school that already has, 500 students and you've got families, an order of t-shirts for the entire class can do wonders to end up giving back, $50, $100, $200 at a time, simply by wearing what you already were planning to wear. So if you're, looking for a way that you might be able to add something further to the apparel programs that you're doing, consider looking at some of the Hanes items and asking your rep to share with you which of those items are available for these types of programs. But this is a great one. It's easy to sign up, and we can certainly help you to understand how it works. A new, not, well, I say new. It's new to a lot of people. We've seen it out for a couple of years now, are ocean bottles. These bottles are great. Not only are they just great, they're great. They also help to fund recycling services for plastic bottles. Every bottle sold helps to pay for collection and recycling costs for 1,000 bottles. In addition, they have an app that you can utilize where every refill can add additional funds to their mission. So again, if you're looking for a really cool bottle, lots of decoration capabilities, and also a really, really cool mission, then the ocean bottle is great. And we've been getting a lot of client requests for this particular line of drinkware. Denick Journals is one that not everybody is familiar with. It's a great brand. They have a lot of different pieces to their mission, but at the heart of it all, they build schools in developing countries. That is their core mission through a partnership with Build On. You can even see an example here of one of the schools that they have been able to build. And what they do also is they partner with artists who are looking to have their designs be turned into some of these journals that can be sold in retail. And that actually provides them with another revenue stream that they might not normally have. So in addition to, again, great journal, like really quality journal with lots of customization capabilities, to have this additional message that's through all of the items that they provide is a great line to take a look at. So if you're in the journal market and you want to add a little impact, this is certainly one worth looking into. Okay, well, that was quick. So we're cutting into two halves today. We're at halftime here, and here I am. We are on to what's on my desk. So I have a few things to share with everybody today. The first thing I want to share is this actually came on my desk yesterday. So it's a hat, but I'm replacing it. This is the hat that everybody wants to wear, but not everybody would even think to look at, primarily because it's not cheap, right? It is like the Cadillac of hats. This is the Melon cap, MELIN. You can look it up, not to be confused with melon, which the hat is currently sitting on. But this is the Hydro. This is sweat-proof. It's water resistant. It is able to float, which is kind of cool. If you happen to be wearing it and you somehow are in a place where it falls into the water. It's got this cool little pocket on the inside that you can put your keys and such and money and whatever. It's got really, really great decoration with this rubberized patch. And so if you've got some let's say hat snobs in your team that was really looking for the top of the line hat, tell them that you want them to look at the Melon cap. Okay, so this is it. The Hydro, they have about 4 or 5 different overall lines that have different features depending on the type of, life you lead. So if you're outside and always, getting wet or don't care about getting wet, then certainly the Hydro is the one to look at, but there's other ones out there. Okay, next item, the sweeter cards. Now, you've probably heard me talk about these before, if you've heard me at one time or another. We are huge fans of the sweeter cards. So sweeter cards are a full color printed card box, mini box, printed all over. And inside is the most delicious chocolate, sea salt, caramel chocolate bar you've ever had. And I'm serious. It's amazing. Fair trade, really good. But the reason that we love it is minimums are low, 36 pieces. You have the ability to print in full color, like this one is, and they're great for anything that you can think of. They're good for anniversaries. They're good for onboarding. They're good for prospecting. They're good for years of service programs. You might want to even do something like what we did, which is we turned ours into a golden ticket. This is our golden ticket. And we opened it up with our little Candyland design here, as you can see, which kind of highlights all the things that we do. And maybe if you grab your phone, I don't know if the QR code will work. It might, who knows? But if you scan this QR code, it actually opens up our spin and win. And we've given these out at a lot of different events, and people spin, win, see if they win something more, than see whether or not their golden ticket is really, the key to the chocolate factory. So 36 piece minimum, less than $12 a piece for the chocolate, less than $10 if you want to put cookies or pretzels or other items in there. But there's just so much that you can do with all of this imprint area. So again, I highly recommend it if you're looking for something unique. All right, here's something. Look at this, Downy wrinkle release. You're at a meeting, you're on your way out, you've got an important event to go to, and your shirt or your dress or your pants are wrinkled. Here you go, right in your bag, branded Downy wrinkle release. So this is a great item. This, you can see, is for UConn. It was great for Student Week. But this is good if you are recruiting and you're at college campuses and you're looking for a cool item to give out to people that's going to stick around for a while, that's going to come in handy. This is certainly one of them. So is a compact mirror, and maybe even a toothbrush sometimes, or mints. But these are a great item. And we've got stain resistant sticks and all sorts of other items like this. So if you're interested, again, talk to your rep. All right. We went to an event in Baltimore a couple of weeks ago for an organization that deals with medicine and research. So what would we think to give out to people at an event in Baltimore who work in medicine and research? Well, we would give them test tubes of Old Bay seasoning, Maryland crab seasoning. Now, if you are from this area, Baltimore area, you hopefully know of Old Bay, but it's a tried and true Maryland staple here. And so we put it in little test tubes, and we branded this little card that says, "Does your marketing need more spice?" And it's got Maryland crab seasoning on there. It's got the details on the back. And then we printed full color on the inside here. Creative and tastefully designed swag to help your brand stand out, plus a QR code for people to scan and get some additional information about us. We also did little mini ones for people as well. We sell all sorts of spices and teas and hot cocoa toppers. I just saw a Thanksgiving seasoning pack, which has been super popular. So if you've got a program where you want to try to utilize spices or teas or some sort of theme, we can help you to do that. I always talk about heart health and doing hot pepper, but if you're doing maybe a trip to an exotic location and you want to give everybody some sort of seasoning from that particular country, that might be something that you want to take into consideration. And then, sorry, I dropped something here. And then I also have my desktop vacuum, which, in case I spill all of my seasonings, desktop vacuum, one piece minimum, less than 20 bucks a piece, picks up all the crumbs on your desk, full color imprint. How can you go wrong? And then last but not least, this one actually came across my desk about an hour ago. We had to put our dog down, unfortunately, last week. Very sad. Sade, the diva. And a client sent me this box today, and I love it. It was like meant to be. So it's a wooden rainbow bridge puzzle piece that, and I look at all this full color decoration on the box and everything. And here is the rainbow. But what really got me, because it must be karma, right, is that your gift benefits rescue programs in Texas who are tirelessly saving animals without a home and finding their forever family 24/7, 365. So another give back program. It must be, like I said, it must be karma. So this touched me, and I thought that it was appropriate to share. All right, we got a few more minutes left. Let's keep going. So real quickly, we do want to remind you it's not too late to order for the holidays. Holiday deadlines are arriving quickly. I know Sharon already got her holiday gifts. So, be like Sharon, start ordering your gifts. Also, make sure that you pick up a backup option. So often we'll get an order, we'll put it in, and the inventory's already been pulled. So it's important to make sure that you've got some additional options so that you're not empty-handed. Miss a deadline? Really, no problem. Unless you have to have your item delivered before the end of the fiscal year. Sometimes waiting until January to deliver a gift makes a bigger impression. People have either left the office towards the end of the year, they've already gotten, enough cheese and chocolates, for them that they need a little bit of a break. So you can hit them up again after the first of the year. And then, they will still need more cheese and chocolate. But here's a way that you can sort of systematically place it after they've gone through what they got initially. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about your holiday ordering tips. We also want people to start thinking about planning for 2026. It's not too late. If you've got budget left, now's a good time to try to use it, take advantage of potential price increases. But if you're running a program or an online store with us, let's get in touch so we can renew your contract. Let's also make sure that we're reviewing your giveaway inventory to make sure that you've got what you need when the time comes so that you're not losing budget by having to put in for rush and expedited freight. Like I mentioned, pricing is always on the rise. So if you know you want something that you've always done before, then consider reordering now and lock in the price. The other thing that I always like clients to do is if you've been ordering something that you've ended up ordering a few times over the course of the last year or so, rather than doing it a few times, let's look at what it might look like if you ordered it all at once. You'll probably save money on the overall costs. You'll save some money on the shipping, and you won't be empty-handed at that last minute. So let us know how we can help you with doing that. Good ideas take time. They really, really do. So often, we end up just kind of falling to what is available, and that sometimes, loses its creativity. It limits the opportunity for your imprint to, have full color branding. So start talking to us now and brainstorming for 2026, and we can give you some idea about some of the things that we're already looking for as we move into the next year. Always like to remind everybody why people like to work with Sonic Promos. We are real people. We have dedicated account managers to help you work with your programs, your projects, your brands, stay consistent. We are not bots. Although we can certainly move pretty, I can do the robot dance pretty good. But in general, real people, art in-house. We've got a great graphics design team that designs everything from our company stores to the insert cards that you put into your boxes. We've been in the industry for 28 years. We provide art services of 30 minutes on every order that you do, so usually can help to get most of that done. We're always happy to do digital mock-ups. We're always happy to provide you with samples. And most importantly, we know our clients like to do some of their sourcing online and then come back to us and say, I found this. We work with a vetted group of partners. We know their products. We know their production. We know the quality of their artwork, and we know their ability to get things done. When we're going outside a network, it's sometimes a little bit of a crapshoot. And that's not a risk that we, and certainly you, should not be taking with your brand. So if we're, providing feedback on why it might not be the best option for you, consider it before making a decision that might end up being something we have to do all over again. All right, here it is. We are giving away a turkey or ham, either one. Scan the QR code here, and we will give us your quote unquote holiday list, which is who you are, where you're from. Maybe tell us a little bit about an upcoming program that you want. We will get your information and we will arrange to make sure that you receive some of our Old Bay seasoning, of course, because everybody should have some. We'll also give you a couple other samples of some seasonings and spicings that you can use throughout the course of the holiday season. And last but not least, we will pull one lucky winner who will have a choice of either this beautiful, not this one particularly, we'll get you a new one, but this 4-pound smoked turkey breast with custom cutting board. It'll be shipped right to you. Will it be shipped by next Thursday? Absolutely not. But we will make sure that you get it, and it will be delicious, and everyone will be really excited, right? So make sure you scan the QR code there and give us your important information. Last but not least, please consider following us on social media. This is where you can find all of the latest and greatest that we've got to share. We've got all sorts of great tips and tricks and holiday themes over the course of the next few weeks. So it's a great time to start thinking about what next year can look like for you, or if you still need to think about this year. Follow us on social media. If there are any questions, now would be the time to ask them. Any questions? Well, one question is, how long are things taking? And really, while there are rush, we are hearing most production on most items is running about 10 working days. So keep in mind that by the time we all come back from Thanksgiving, it will be December already. Scary, I know. But that is it. I don't see anything else. We want to thank you all again for joining us. I want to thank you again for joining us. I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, happy holiday season. We really appreciate your business and your partnership, and we will look forward to catching up with you again soon. Take care.